Hi, welcome to Cosmic Love Connection with your host, Judy Jewett and Catherine Lanigan. Hello, Catherine. How are you today?
I am great, Judy. And hi to everybody out there. Good to see you.
Yes, I would like to begin reminding people that read the description that in there is our website and our email. You can go ahead. Would you please share just in case someone's not reading it, go ahead and share your email.
Sure. My website, where you can go to not only order my books, but get links to where you, especially my angel books, is www.catherinelanigan.com, which is a Catherine with a C, Catherine. And then my email, if you want to comment on our discussion today and you don't really want it to be public, my private email is Cath Lanigan, Lanigan, the number 1 at gmail.com. So and I loved and I answer all my emails. So please feel free. And also, I just want to mention, because I haven't mentioned it for a while, is if you do have an angel story that you want to share, some kind of an angel experience, whether it's a divine nudge of some kind or an angel came in and saved your life. If you want to share your story and you want to be in my next book, and you want to do that, please go send it to my email and I will answer you and we'll start conversing back and forth and I'll get your story published. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
My website that I'm going to send you to is auraenergyquiz.com, AURA energyquiz.com. And
Right.
you can also go to judyjewett.com, and both will take you to a quiz to learn a little bit more about your energy, of some of your beliefs and so forth. You can schedule a complimentary 20-minute session with me also. And my email address is support@judyjewett.com. I also want to remind you, please, to like, to subscribe, and share our shows, because we're here to spread the love with you. So with that, Catherine, we have a very special show today. I know I say that every week, but today we're going to talk about the day after
Right.
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. There's a lot of, Judy and I were talking yesterday, when it was Lionsgate, and there's so much on the internet and YouTube and all the places, leading up to Lionsgate. This is what's going to happen. This is the energy it's going to be. This is monumental. Well, almost every year, and I'm going to be really honest with everybody, I've never really gotten what the big deal about Lionsgate was. I've gone out to Mount Shasta during Lionsgate. I've been in Sedona during Lionsgate. I've been to all kinds of different sacred places trying to find, like, where's all this energy coming? I'm just going, okay, this sucker is leaving me flat. Nothing's happening. I get more just walking around in my garden than I did, I was getting from Lionsgate. But this year was 8/8/2024, which was another 8. So it's 8/8/8. And I thought, well, I wonder if there's something, and even leading up to it, I was like, well, maybe there'll be something. I'm not really sure. So anyway, last night we had our meditation group that we meet with, on our new moon and full moon, and we had a pretty good group for Lionsgate, and we started out, and so we clear our space and bless everything, and I had sacred frankincense being diffused everywhere. Sacred frankincense. This is the good stuff, where I don't know if you know about sacred frankincense, Young Living Cells, that I'm going to put a plug in for them right now. But sacred frankincense is I think it's grown in the country of Oman in Africa, and there are all these rows of the frankincense trees and bushes, and at the end of every row is a monk praying over these trees 24/7, night and day, all the time, month in, month out, all the time. So even when you smell it, there is, I don't feel energies, but things are changing, and I'm now starting to feel a lot of energies. Well, anyway, there is something going on with this stuff. And I diffused it all throughout the house yesterday. And I mean, I thought, wow, I'm my own spaceship here. We're going to lift off, man. Well, anyway, so we started our meditation as always. And about 10 minutes into the meditation, as I'm, just meditating, and we started going from our place where we were to the central sun to Venus. And then we were going on to Sirius, because this is the whole thing about Lionsgate, is it's a connection to the star Sirius. And which, by the way, is on my cover of Magical Midnight. That's the star Sirius on the cover. And I started, it was, I could hear this boom, 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 like pulsing, like a pulsing energy coming in, or pulse lights. I started seeing lights and all kinds of, but I had my hands out, just like laying in my lap like this. And I can't sit Indian style anymore because I'm too old and my hips don't do that, but I can sort of kind of get down there, but not quite the way that I did, in all my yoga years, because I'm 76 years old. So at some point, I guess you get to have a dispensation, as they say, of all that. But anyway, it was very interesting, because all of a sudden I felt a tremendous amount of heat coming into my hands. And Bill was leading us, and he said, one of the things that we do is don't push, as you know, during our meditations, is don't push things, allow. This is surrendering and allowing. We're saying we're grateful, we're thankful for all of the energies of our guides and the angels, the celestial beings and celestial light beings and galactic guides to come in. And we just allow. So I was just like, all right, I'm just going to allow. And my hands got so hot. My whole body started heating up, and I literally started sweating. And I don't sweat. I mean, I got to walk around the lake for 2 miles, when it's, 90 degrees outside to start sweating, or working out at the gym for, an hour. But I mean, I was just like, my God, what is going on? Well, then we had another person that's leading some things, and he was talking, and he said, oh my God, so much was changing last night. There's been things that have been changing as our vibrations are getting higher, and our frequency is getting higher, as you know. But this time we were going so high that now I can levitate. I mean, I have levitated in the past, and I can levitate. And I thought and I could feel myself getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And I had my feet on the ground. So I was glad I wasn't sitting, with my legs crossed, because that probably wouldn't. So, and I kept literally grabbing my toes into the carpet, and we're getting the light coming in from the Creator through our crown chakra, going down through our body, and then through our feet to Mother, to the heart of the Mother, to Gaia's heart. And that energy this time was so profound. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, and this has never been quite like this was. And there were many, many things that were coming in. We saw and we heard and literally could hear the messages that were coming in were that the negative energy, let's say, I'm going to lay the groundwork here. What we were told, these are the messages that came in through not just myself, but several members of the group. So I'm going to kind of try to give everybody the whole picture here. Our 3D world has always been dense. We know that. We come here and we all have known, can work off your karma here faster than any other place because it is so difficult to live here. We have disease, we have wars, we have all this stuff that is all this dense stuff. However, in the last year, and especially in this year of 2024, we have become so dense and so polarized. I mean, you and I have talked about it on our shows. We have to be so, I can remember 3 or 4 years ago, we said, well, are we being politically correct? When we would talk, we'd say, are we being politically correct? Can we say that? Now, you just don't even say it because you're so afraid you're going to offend this one and offend that one. You can't say what your own truth is because, and it used to be you speak your own truth and everybody and your friends or whoever was listening would say, I understand, I see your point of view, I have a different point of view, we agree to disagree, or we agree, or maybe I agree with some of your things, but everybody talked about their different point of view. We don't do that anymore because we have gotten so polarized, which is grounded in anger and even hatred. There's so much hatred being flung around. It's like sewage. It's just awful. Well, even the galactics and even the angels are saying that. They're saying enough is enough. We're coming in and we are changing all this because this cannot be anymore. This is the message that they brought in. Now, what I saw, I was taken to a place where I was literally in the middle of the cosmos. This is why I felt like I was going to levitate, because I was going there, even though I was still sitting here. But all the cosmos is in front of me. It was all very dark, and I saw hands. Now, the angels or God source or my higher self, I don't know, whatever, uses the symbol of hands, but it was being opened up, like pushed away, all the dark of the cosmos. It was dark blue, by the way. It wasn't black. It was really this beautiful midnight blue. I love that midnight blue. So they probably did that on purpose. But all this was pulled away. And then this light started coming through. And through this big chasm, through this came archangel after archangel after archangel, which was followed up. Now, as you know, and those who have read my angel timelines books and some of my other angel books, as you know, that I have been visited by Jesus's 10,000 angels. The battalion has come in. I've already seen that. This was hundreds of thousands of angels, hundreds of thousands of angels. I mean, glorious angels. Along with them were Syrians, Pleiadians, or people from Orion, or beings. I shouldn't say people because they're not human, but Andromedans. There were many, many Venetians coming in. All at once, I was one with all of them. But here's what's really interesting. I saw them coming in, literally to like my house, my yard, and I had a whole bank of flowers all around us last night. I was energetically connected to and hearing my flowers, the trees around us. I mean, I heard that we have a lot of little animals all around us. I mean, we have a golf course here. It's not like I've got zebras on my chest and all this kind of stuff today, but it's not like I'm living in the Serengeti. But the squirrels, the chipmunks, the birds, everything. I mean, it was like they were all talking to me, and this cacophony of all this information was coming in. And this is what they were telling me. They said, we're dissolving all of the negativity. There's too much negativity here. And this negativity that has been going on is not just talking or upsetting or imbalancing the earth. It's affecting all of the universe, all the universe. Mars, Venus, Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter, everything that's in our galaxy, but even further beyond that, if you can imagine. And so all of this is being affected by how much we've got on. And so the angels, the aliens, all of these light beings, there was so much love that was coming in. And we were just, every person is just being flooded with this love, so much love that you can't, I got the impression that you couldn't even make it possible to be angry or be in a place where you want to hate, like I've never used that word hate other than as a descriptor, but certainly not as, my emotion, but I could see other people who were just filled with anger and filled with hate and filled with polarization, and it was just like dissolving in them, or they were like breathing it out and just going, ah, that's what they mean by peace. And then this whole new vista was opening up that was peace and joy and happiness. And the song that the angels were singing was the Hallelujah. And I think I played it for you, where there was a church about 7 or 8 years ago in Lubbock, Texas, that had taped the angels, real angels, singing the Hallelujah chorus. And I play it in the morning sometimes to just put me in that vibration of real angels singing. Their voices are at an octave that a human voice can't even reach. They can hold their notes longer than it's not humanly possible to even do it. And if you ever hear it, you can't ever forget it. It's unforgettable. So the bottom line was, what they are telling us is we have entered a whole new dimension, space, time, new earth, whatever you want to call it, because what there was prior to Lion's Gate doesn't exist anymore for those of us who are listening.
Isn't that beautiful and wonderful? And I know you mentioned also that there were so many people around the world that were doing something with Lionsgate, that it was
all day and all
much
night
energy that it was opening up this portal.
It was, I mean, you could just, I could feel the energy, the prayers, the lightness, the love of just so many people all at one time. Then we were all changing the earth, changing what was going on. And because we were allowing it, because everyone was in this prayer and meditation and focusing on what we want for our future, for our children's future. We don't want this war. We don't want all of this stuff that's going on. Center point and going forward to the positive. We could just, I feel it was just like hallelujah all around the world. It was just, I don't know how to even, it was indescribable. It was indescribable. I mean, to a place that, I've felt a lot of things and seen a lot of things, that I've had angels show up right in the room, and I have never gone through something like what we went through last night. It was mind-blowing, really mind-blowing.
So what I'd like to just inject, that I'm asking for the angels and the beings, the celestial beings, that as we're talking about it today, to bless everyone that is a part of listening to this, that wants and desires that pure love, the purity, the truth, the illumination, the magnificence of all of it, of that energy.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things we talked about, was the purity consciousness was coming through. And just to if you've got a loved one, please share this information with everybody, because yesterday was an amazing day for the earth. It's almost like, it was its new birth, and that we were just, I mean, you're right. It was just so blessed. We were just so blessed, so much grace, so much. And several times we've said, my God, it's the purity consciousness. It's so crystalline, so high. It was, wow. It was amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Oh my
Yeah.
God. It is just an extraordinary time. And
Yes.
you're saying that everybody listening can go to that higher energy and be free of,
Right.
let the lightness come in, because there has been so much heaviness, but just so much
Yeah.
happening in the world, and to stay in gratitude, we always say,
Yeah.
and
We always
thank
say
the
that.
angels, and tell them you would like personal visits, and you want to know that they're there for
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Absolutely.
You can
Yeah.
absolutely do that. The non-dual energy is
Hmm.
exactly what Catherine is talking about. And when you reach non-dual, non-dual meaning there is no duality anymore. All it
Right.
is love.
Is
And
love.
when you get to the
Positive.
highest vibrations and you heal your core wounds, people still have to do some stuff. I hear what you're saying. Energy has been cleared, but if we're holding on to it, it still needs to be off. It still needs to go through the process of it to get to that ascended energy level. And
Right.
when you do, it is you are intertwined with you in your
Yeah.
purest, highest form of love. So there
That's right.
is no separation. And you will know that when you're there, and that is a possibility to be there and do that. And
Absolutely.
you can experience those moments in and out, but they're still telling me that you still have to be able to go in and release some of the stuff that is personally holding you back. So you may go
But
up
that,
and you go down,
yeah,
but it's just part of it.
but that's a big thing, is because holding on to all that is familiar. People, human beings, feel that's their comfort zone, so they hold on to it. It's just like, we had a session the other day with someone and who had a health issue, and finally she admitted, she said, well, that's how I feel, that's how I know I'm alive, as I feel the pain. So you're not going to get rid of the pain if you're going, well, that's how I feel alive. Well, you know what? When you allow that much love to come through, then there's no room for the pain. You're absolutely right. You have to get rid of that comfort zone of, oh, this is what, like, my life is this. No, it's
Right,
not.
right. And
It's
because
it's it's a just it's literally, it's a change of mindset
it
and
really
heart
is,
set.
but then it's also the patterns and imprints that are just as powerful as the trauma. And you're
Right?
right, but the mind is so powerful. The heart is more powerful as
Was
far
more
as I'm concerned,
powerful.
because the heart isn't dual. The heart is pure love when you
It
completely
is.
open it. The brain, the mind is always going to be logical and magic.
Right. Right.
And when we can feel and think, when we can feel through our heart and our solar plexus, we'll get all of our answers, right? So there'll be no logic. You'll just know.
You'll
And
just know.
so the opening of yesterday was to let people know what's here, that's available, and keep plugging in there. And it is a choice. You may stay at 5D, but if you do, you are sandwiched between duality and non-duality. And that
Right.
means it is life and death.
Yeah,
When you ascend, there is no death.
that's correct.
So that's what we want to leave you with, and we'll continue talking about it. Thank you very much, Catherine. I really appreciate you sharing the experience from last night. It has rubbed off on everyone. The vibration can be felt. All those angels, oh my gosh, that is so, so beautiful.
It was amazing.
So want to remind everyone, please go to our websites. Catherine has so many books that are high vibration you can't put down. If you like love stories, let me tell you, she is the queen of love stories, and she is becoming the expert at the angel books as well. And make sure you check it out and go to learn more about what I have to offer. We're here to be of greater service to you. And remember to like, to subscribe, and share, so we may pass the love on
That's right. We want to pass the love. I mean, we want to blanket the world with love.
with
Yeah.
love. And with that, I thank you very much. We'll see you next week.